The moon hung low over the jagged outline of the shoreline, casting a pallid glow across the restless waters. 17-year-old Lily had always been drawn to the ocean, its mysteries whispering promises of adventures beyond the mundane. But tonight, as she sat perched on the rocky edge of the cliff, gnawing at her fingers in a mixture of anticipation and fear, she sensed that the sea carried more than just salt and sand. It carried secrets, deep, ancient, and deadly. She had heard the stories from her grandfather, a retired fisherman who would sit by the fire, eyes distant, recounting tales of what lurked beneath the waves during storms, monstrous leviathans that defied human understanding. He called them the sleepers, creatures of myth and nightmare, guarding their depths from the prying eyes of humans. But Lily never believed those stories until tonight. A sudden ripple disrupted the water's surface far out in the dark, like something massive just broke the surface of the ocean. Lily's breath hitched, heart pounding. The waves surged, and a shadow emerged, long, thick, and grotesque, rising from the depths with slow, deliberate grace. It was enormous, like an oil tanker, but with an almost serpentine form. Its skin shimmered with a slick, bluish-black sheen, reflecting the moonlight, and its eyes, if they could be called that, glowed with an ominous amber hue. Lily froze, her instincts warring between fascination and terror. This was no ordinary sea creature. She could feel it, an ancient malevolence pulsing beneath its surface, a hunger that had not been sated for centuries. As the Leviathan breached again, a gaping maw appeared, lined with rows of jagged, uneven teeth that looked more like shattered shards of glass. It let out a deep, guttural roar that resonated in her bones, a sound full of rage, hunger, and despair. In that moment, Lily understood that these creatures were not just stories. They were guardians of some forgotten abyss. She remembered her grandfather's warnings. Never disturb the sleep of the Leviathans, lest they awaken and bring destruction to the world above. But she had come too close, curiosity, a curse that had led many before her to their doom. Suddenly, from the corner of her eye, she saw a flicker, an unnatural movement on the shoreline. Closer than before, a figure emerged from the shadows, cloaked in tattered waterlogged cloth. It was an old woman, eyes cloudy but sharp with purpose. Without hesitation, she called out, voice raspy yet commanding. The Leviathans wake when the seals break, when curiosity goes too far. You've seen too much, child. It's not safe to linger here. Lily wanted to run, but her feet were firmly rooted in fear. Who are you? She managed to gasp. The woman's gaze softened, crinkling with sorrow. A keeper, or perhaps a curse, of what sleeps beneath. I've guarded these waters for decades, trying to keep the monsters at bay. But the more light you bring, the more danger you stir. Suddenly, the water exploded once more, and the Leviathan's enormous head snapped toward the shoreline, maw open wide. Lily felt a ripple of raw, primordial power emanating from it. The creature was hunted, cursed to dwell in darkness, and now it knew she was there. Her mind flashed with images of ancient ships lost in storms, sailors screaming beneath the waves, and the terrible truth that the Leviathans weren't mindless beasts. They were ancient sentinels of something even older, something that shouldn't be disturbed. The old woman grabbed her arm, pulling her back from the precipice. Go, before it's too late. Lily hesitated but then turned and sprinted down the cliff's path, her lungs burning and her mind seared with what she had witnessed. Behind her, the water roared louder, as if angered. She didn't look back. She didn't want to see that enormous, glowing eye staring at her from the depths, weighing her soul. The old woman's words echoed in her ears. The seals are broken when curiosity goes too far. Lily understood now. Her digging into the stories, the whispers of the Leviathans, had disturbed something that had been sleeping for countless centuries. In the days that followed, strange things began to happen. People in town reported feeling an unshakable dread, a sense of unseen eyes watching them from the dark waters. Ships vanished without a trace, their crew never found. And Lily's grandfather became increasingly withdrawn, muttering about the old curses and the price of awakening the ancient guardians. One evening, Lily returned to the cliffs, desperate to understand more. She saw the old woman waiting again, silent, watching the waves. It was then that Lily realized, what had been started could not be undone. The Leviathans had stirred, and in doing so, They had signaled something far older and far scarier than mere monsters. The ocean's surface shimmered as a colossal form rose, darker than night, sentinel-like, and waiting. Lily knew her life was forever changed. She had glimpsed beneath the veil of the world, and now she understood the terrible truth. Some secrets are better left undisturbed, lest they wake the ancient Leviathans and unleash chaos upon the world. And in the silent, moonlit night, the monstrous creature sank again into the depths, waiting patiently, watching, forever guarding the slumber of the abyss.